Okay, you ready, Dana? We're dropping the needle. Dropping the needle. Hey, everybody, it's me, Russ Shaw. Welcome to Russ Shaw TV. Another uncellophaning. I know, I'm still editing our anniversary trip, for those of you who are wondering. I'm still working on it. It'll be out there. But this just came out on vinyl. My wife picked this up at the old Silver Platters, our independent record store. Well, there's 3 of them, but still independent. And I thought I'd uncellophane this for you, since it's the vinyl is so... I mean, maybe it came out on the East Coast faster than it came out here, but here on the West Coast, it just finally hit the record stores. April, even though this album came out... what, a month ago? No, a couple weeks ago. March 26th, I believe. I
thought just her singles... a few singles came out, that's what I thought.
Oh yeah, maybe. I don't know. Cowboy Carter, also known as Act 2. March 29th, it officially released. Cowboy Carter is the name of the album. It's right there on the hype sticker. I'm wearing my cowboy shirt from the punk band from the Seattle area, 90 Pound Wuss. I thought it would be appropriate for Beyonce's first country album. Technically, it's not a country album. It's a country-inspired album. So all the haters out there like, is this country? You know, all these people with their attitudes and their, you know, the old guard of country music is in a frenzy. And so there's 3 albums in this series, like a Renaissance or something series that she made. And the first one was in 2022. This is Act 2, and then there'll be a 3rd one. Carter, Beyoncé Knowles Carter, she was going by when she married Jay-Z at first back in the day. What, 2008 now? So they've been around, you know, they've been together for a while. So now this is like sort of a pushback to some of her haters, from what some other folks have called it. And Cowboy Carter, this is her using her married name there in the country, right, inspired country music reference title name for the album, Act 2. With Miley Cyrus. And in this album, she does a duet with Post Malone there. And, you know, Dolly Parton is on, you know, talking in a, like a phone call kind of thing. And
hey, Miss Honeybee, it's Dolly B. You know that Hosey with the good hair you sang about? Reminded me of someone I knew back when. Except she has flaming locks of auburn hair. Bless her heart. Just a hair of a different color, but it hurts just the same.
QR code is the set list, and there's some controversy about that. So on the QR code limited edition set list here, you got Dolly Parton / Jolene as track number 8. But over here on Apple Music, tracks 9 and 10 is the Dolly Parton intro, and then the track Jolene comes in on track number 10. So is that controversial? No, but keep watching. Miley Cyrus.
I'm driving you crazy anytime you like. Welcome to the Smoke Hour on KNTRY Radio, Texas. You know my name, no need to know yours. Now for this next tune, I want y'all to sit back, inhale, and go to that good place your mind likes to wander off to. And if you don't want to go find yourself a jukebox. Thank you.
You got Dolly Parton doing rock and roll. And now you got Beyonce doing a country album. The world is in is in a crazy space. But what do you do? This had like a little thing right here. I don't know what happened. I wonder if that's about. Look at Dana. It's like on the edge there. It's got this. I don't know what that is, but it's on the inside. So let's take a look, shall we? Ooh, here we go. This number 1. Wow. Okay. Paper sleeve. There's that. Okay. All right. And then we got a drink right there, or as my wife might call it, a drink, like a glass of whiskey or something. When you have one, you call it a. I'm not gonna say it. I'm not gonna say it. She calls it a drinky poo.
Oh.
Right?
Yeah, I do.
Might have a little drinky poo. All right, I said it. There you go. I am totally comfortable with my own masculinity. Disc 2. Got this image here. The saddle. And then a microphone as a gun. And we'll give this a spin. Tell you how it sounds. How does the wax sound? These are on black wax. This is a gatefold, so we'll show you that. All right. Pull off the shrink and boom. Beyonce and smoke. Oh, there's a QR code. 2024 Parkwood Entertainment LLC. And here's some of the controversy. So you go on the track list here. There's 19 tracks, including the little sound bites. Yet, this song that you're hearing from Spotify is not on the physical media record or CD. And neither is this track or this track. Rolling Stone actually broke this story on our anniversary, ironically enough. And I'll share some of my opinions on that in a moment. But first, what about the audio quality, Russ? How does it sound, you ask, the vinyl itself? Now, obviously, we're not like super audiophiles. The $200 turntable we have is on like a $15, $20 cartridge. But I can tell the difference. Like, I can tell between a digitalified record that sounds like a CD and a good, well-produced vinyl album that has more tones and more frequencies to it, which is what you get from vinyl, that you don't necessarily get from a CD, even though a CD is about 1,000 kilobits per second. Some of us, about 50% of the population, can tell the difference between a CD and a vinyl record. Analog, the way it's cut in, I'm not going to go into all the detail, but I can tell. All right, even on this system, I can tell a well-produced album with depth of frequency, even though this is more than likely digitally produced, but it's well done digitally produced. Jay-Z is also part owner in the streaming service Tidal and is an audiophile himself, like Neil Young. They want to... Streaming services sound like crap. Sorry. Like if you have your Spotify or Apple Music, even Apple Music tends to be a little better, sound a little better. Anything that's running through Bluetooth, it's not going to sound as good. It's not going to sound as good as a CD. And I can tell the difference. I feel you put a CD in front of me and a vinyl record, I can tell you what the difference is in sound quality. This record sounds really well. It sounds great. It sounds well produced, and on the turntable, whatever they did with the digital wizardry, this record has that depth of sound that vinyl does, and the extra frequencies that you get from the analog cut into the record that you're not going to get from a CD, in my opinion. I think the main gripe from Rolling Stones and some of the fans that this article was written, right? Because people are like, hey, wait.
Genres are a funny little concept, aren't they? Yes, they are.
That Beyoncé Virgo shit.
In theory, they have a simple definition that's easy to understand. But in practice, well, some may feel confined.
I swear for God it's about this.
And when it comes to physical media, it makes you wonder. And you could look at this two ways, right? Positive or negative, I don't know. I guess there's a lot of recording artists that will do this. They'll release a bunch of songs, and then they'll have some that they hold back, and then they'll have a deluxe, right? This is the, what was this, Dana? The limited edition edition of this record. And then they'll be like a deluxe. Måneskin did that. But from what I understand, they actually recorded those songs while they were on the road and then released them as singles and then made a deluxe album. I don't know. But is that what's going on here? And again, Jay-Z being in the streaming business himself kind of makes sense. So you could look at it that way. Is this, there's just bonus tracks that weren't on this record that'll be on another record or another later on. I mean, David Bowie, for example, is releasing Record Store Day records, and Bob Dylan and the Ramones, and there's people that aren't alive anymore still releasing content. So it's interesting that they're doing that on streaming, as and not on physical media. But then again, streaming is a less quality unless you're on Tidal, right? And this may be why Tidal is the best sounding streaming service out there, from what I understand. And they also pay artists the most, which is a good thing. It's cool that Beyonce's doing that and constantly lifting up Black artists, Black performers, and Black history as far as country music. Linda Martell being one of the first commercially successful Black country artists in the genre, and inspiring many others after her, which is awesome.
Thank you so very much. Ladies and gentlemen, this particular tune stretches across a range of genres, and that's what makes it a unique listening experience. Yes, indeed. It's called Ya-Ya.
Pretty place, Tom's place. We want to welcome you to the Beyoncé Cowboy Carter Act 2 and a rodeo chillin' circuit. We're gonna make it do what it do, ya-ya. Put them hands together. We clapping. We drumming.
Hey, by the way, if you're enjoying this video, there's a whole bunch more videos. You can subscribe below if you want to. We'd appreciate it. Or don't. I don't want to be a preacher telling you what to do in your life. But we'd love for you to stick around if you enjoyed this video and you made it this far. Also, here's a preview of our anniversary video. Bye. Gotta keep it, gotta have some fun. High voltage records, Dana. High voltage. Pretty sweet. Oh, hey.
Is it this one? There's different addresses.
There is?
Oh, I guess it is this one.
What's that say? Books, records. Wow, look at that. Yep, that's the Smokey Bear. Look at Dana. Eargasm. This car is just ridiculous. It says open. Is it open? Look at these cool ass pants, by the way. They're hanging in the background. My wife's rock and roll pants.
Doctor, doctor, give me the news. I got a bad case of loving.